I'm scared of big books, and I cannot lie. I'm scared of big books, and I cannot lie. Growing up, I used to read big books all the time when my parents bought like most of my books. And for me, it was just a way to make the books last longer until I could get another book because I did go through them so quickly. But now, there's ways that I can get free books, and like I don't have to go to the store. I can read them online, and like I buy my own books now. So am I stalling by starting this video? Kind of, yeah. This video is mainly just to get over my newfound fear of reading big books. I think it also has to do with the fact that I'm creating videos and like doing Bookstagram posts, and like I want to have multiple books, and just to take that much time to read one big book when I could be reading like 5. What qualifies as a big book to me, I think, is at least 300 pages. So I have a few books that I have kind of been putting off. So that's the goal of this video, is to get rid of this fear and to actually finish these books. I'm not going to try to finish these books. I'm losing my voice. I don't know why. I'm not going to try to finish these books just for the sake of this video. Like, I normally try to finish them just so I have something to say and be like, because sometimes halfway through the book it does get better. Not often, but I'm choosing Small Favors by Erin A. Craig because it was just published, so I really am looking forward to it. Like, look at how gorgeous this cover is. And even like the inside pages are so pretty. Cute. So basically, the main character lives in a small town, and it's very like stereotypical. There's nothing to do, and she's just waiting for her. The main character lives in a stereotypical small town, and she's just waiting for some sort of excitement. And then her parents have a beehive, so that's why there's bees all over the cover. Early settlers fought off monsters in the woods, and there's whispers that they still have monsters there. Some of the townspeople start going missing, and they have strange activities that begin to plague the town. I didn't even know. I'll let you in on a secret. I grab books mainly off of the cover. Sometimes I know a little bit about what they are based off of other YouTubers or on Instagram, people post about them. But I did not know what this one's about. But It kind of is already giving me small town version of Plain Bad Heroines vibes. Like that one's more like Hollywood based, but like this is more, sounds more like a small town. So maybe if you're like me and didn't really care about the Hollywood aspect of it, maybe we'll like this better. So at the beginning of the book, she has important families of the gathering so that you can keep track of the book, I guess. But the book that I mentioned before was written by Emily Danforth. And now there's a family in the book called the Danforths. Which may just be a coincidence, but... Say hi. I can't see you. Are you a guard dog? So it's the next day, and I don't think I got that much reading done. I'm on page 100 something out of 400 and something, so I got a fourth of the way through, but I don't think I'm going to get a lot of reading done today because I have a lot of errands to run. I am going by my friend's house because she's not here, she's on vacation, and watering her plants, but I'm bringing her a bunch of stuff. She asked me to make a few paintings, so. And then what she doesn't know is that I also made her a few rings. So, and then I'm wearing some. She also has a lot of little free libraries, so I'm probably going to stop by and see if I can find anything. And maybe even get coffee, because can you really go out and do errands without getting coffee? I literally have a whole grocery bag that's so heavy, full of books that I'm planning on trading out at these little free libraries, and if I don't find any books that I want to trade, I'll probably just keep them in my car for a while. Oh, also, I was like going through all the books just seeing if like I left any like important papers or anything, which luckily I did, because I found a little cute picture of me and my cousins from when we were little, so. I have a problem. but I did not pay for this problem. Normally I do not have the best of luck with little free libraries, but today I went to 3 new ones that I've never been to. And well, the first one was like, okay, I found 1 book, but the other 2 are where all of them pretty much came from. So, the first book I have is A Picture of Dorian Gray and Other Writings by Oscar Wilde. Cute. And then I have Agatha Christie's The Murder of Roger Ackroyd, which I haven't really heard much about, but she's seems to be really popular right now, so I figured I would try to read one of hers. And then I also have George Orwell's Animal Farm, which I read in high school, I think, and I didn't really like it, but I was reading it for school, so I figured I would try it again. And then I have The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime by Mark Haddock, which I almost bought this like 2 days ago, which luckily I did not, because now I have it. And I have H.G. Wells' The Time Machine, which, again, another short read, which is great. And then The Vanishing Half, which I already read, but I just loved it, and I love the book cover design. So it was one of those that I was wanting to pick up anyways, because I read it digitally. And then I also picked up Little Fires Everywhere. Ooh, have a hair. Which I already read, or I already saw the TV show, so I kind of don't really want to read the book. But it was like the first box that I found, and I was like, well, if this is the only thing like good I can find, at least I'll have 1 book that's I look forward to reading. But now I have all these, so it may end up in another little free library later on if I don't end up reading it. I'm pumped to start reading more little books, even though that's not what this video is about. It's fine. Sweating my butt off. I feel like every time I turn on this camera, I start to sweat. I'm done. I don't know if I would necessarily say that it's like a fear of big books. It's more like a fear of not being productive. And reading a bunch of books gives me that sense of being productive, but not really. And I can read so many little books and feel so much more productive than reading this one big book. I found it very helpful to set little goals for myself. This book is broken down into seasons, like summer, autumn, winter. And so I would just try to get to the next season and call it a day. Somebody suggested reading other smaller books while you're reading your big book, just to help break up the story, keeps you interested and all that. But I honestly wanted to read other stories instead of coming back to the story. I think I might have jinxed myself. I posted that I was reading this on my Instagram, saying that I loved the Small Favors. So so far, but 75% of this is like rising action. Like, you haven't even gotten to the actual conflict yet. And it's just so slow paced. Like, there's a bunch of little stuff that happens throughout their town. There's so many like characters that like you meet in the first half and they kind of like disappear in the second half. Like, I don't really know exactly what happened to these people, or they went from, they're characters that are talked about a lot, but they're not actually in the story. And it's not like, oh, just side characters or something. It's her brother is not even in half of it. Like, he goes away. And we're just supposed to like feel for this character. But the whole time, and even before we are introduced to this family, like, he's not giving us any reason to like him. Like, he immediately, like, after the first 5 chapters, he completely turns around and is a different person. And then she gets into a fight with somebody, and then like the last 2 chapters they reconcile, but like they don't talk about it. They're just like, oh, like, you want to come back in my life? Like, that's not how. And like the big old plot twist that you've been waiting the whole entire story to figure out who, or like why all of this is happening to their small town. Like I kind of knew that it was because of other characters. I feel like all the big plot twists I guessed so quickly, and then I knew all of that characters. So I was like, I thought this was gonna be a 4 or 5 star read, and it is a 3-star read for me. I love the story, like the idea of the story and everything that happens. I just wish it was like in a shorter book. And I think some like long books normally, like I want books to be longer in the sense that I want to sit with the book longer, but I felt like I sat too long with this book. But yeah, I'm going to give myself a little break from big books because I have a bunch of other books that need to be read, like arcs and stuff. So, bye.